Hello, I'm Agathis and I'm online. I'm playing Sunless Skies out in early access. We are currently docked at Highbrass and we need to get back to Port Winchester. Our supplies are not looking particularly good. We've only got 2 fuel and 1 supplies available. And we've got basically no money. 17 money left. So we need to get back to Port Winchester and get some more supplies pretty much as quick as we can. So without further ado, let's get moving. Onwards! We are going back to Port Winchester so that we can get supplies and then head on to the Circus. Port Winchester is more or less directly east from Winchester. Sorry, yeah. Highbrass is more or less east from Winchester, so we're just going to head straight west. We are running out of supplies. We're going to have to tell the crew. You are reduced to the last pitiable remains of your supplies. Scraps of corned meat, mouldering crackers, a dismal box of unloved lemons. Reduced rations. This won't go well. Failure. We gain some terror. But there's nothing we can do about that. Along the way, we are also keeping an eye out for chorister bees. Well, maybe it's... yeah, I think it's pronounced chorister bees. Apparently we're supposed to gather hairs from them. I've never seen one. So if we see anything that looks kind of like a bee, we shoot it. And, yeah, try and loot whatever we get from it. We should also take time when we get to Port Winchester to level up. I'm not sure what that's going to do, but we'll take a good look at it. We're more or less halfway there, or a third of the way there at least. We'll just turn a little bit to the south. We don't really have any sources of income coming in, to be honest. We've completed most of the quests that we have, and the last quest that we did, delivering somebody to Highbrass, didn't give us any money. So that was kind of a waste of time. I hope this isn't solid. Nope, we're good. It's very hard to tell. This looks solid. This looks solid here. Bet that's solid. No? Oh no, that's solid. That's solid. Right, okay. We haven't got time to waste here. Macklin's Thrift. Well, isn't that fantastic? It hasn't got a port or anything. It can't do anything with it. It's just a landmark, I guess. Desperately running low on supplies. Just calm down, enjoy the music, take it easy. Hope that we don't run out. Some sort of debris coming up here. A visitation, an invitation to dinner. The cold is sharp again today. Engineers have already had to fix 2 burst pipes. Your thoughts turn to the bristle-moustached corpse who has been clinging to the hull of your ship. He must be cold out there and hungry. The dead are always hungry, aren't they? Do not invite him in. The time is inconvenient. Well, that's true. We've got no food left. Invite him in for dinner. That would be the charitable thing, and it uses supplies. Well... we gained 11 terror. Come on. You have many pressing tasks. The matter of McFadzean's reprimand, amending the captain's log, and the brasses need a damn good polish. Alright. Onwards! New Winchester's got to be around here somewhere. I think it's fairly close. Yep. Let's hope we find the port before we run out of those supplies. We're really lucky that we bought more supplies anyway. They're in the bank at New Winchester. We can't actually buy any more. We just happen to have 2 banked. The taste of smog. The sound of iron on iron. We are home. Where's home? Come on. Which way is the thing? Straight ahead. Straight ahead. Keep going. More or less there. No, 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 no. Crash. Come on. Don't starve, don't starve. That's a whole different game. We're not playing that one. Whew. Thank goodness. Walversea Station. New Winchester. The smoggy, clanking, singing, stamping, thronging, frantic heart of the Reach. Ah! Madame Lumiere has wasted no time in organising her premiere. To express her gratitude, she has given you tickets. That's nice. And there are potential recruits as well. Unlocked when you have date. Okay. Does anyone want to come along board? The New Gazette. Let's read the newspaper. The only newspaper worth reading in New Winchester, also the only one they'll allow in circulation. Its quality speaks for itself. Blistering editorials on the overall direction of the Reach and thundering reports straight from the front lines. The Assembly runs New Winchester from Victory Hall and seeks to strengthen its hand in the Reach. London's proxy, the Windward Company, however, maintain a considerable presence in the Reach. Although New Winchester is still neutral ground, tensions are mounting with and without the port. A secret factory operating on Lustrum has been discovered by Tackety raiders. A report from Sweet Jane indicates all workers were lost, but the assets were secured. No official response from the Windward Company, but company engines have been sighted leaving Port Prosper in larger than usual numbers. So, nothing's really happening, to be honest. Company house. We can get favour from... we can get gossip from our favour. I'm not sure what that does. Victory Hall. We can get strategic information here. We have some port reports, so let's hand those in at Company House as well. Oh, that's good. It is a comfortable room for a modest secretary. Stained glass windows lay crimson slants across the desk. The prudent secretary receives your reports and reads them one by one. A number of questions follow, to which the secretary expects cogent, succinct answers. Her Majesty is grateful, they say as you leave. So we had 2 port reports. So we gained 2 favour, 1 fuel and 1 supplies, and some sovereigns. So even that little trip more or less paid for itself. I'm not saying it did, because I think we used more than that. In fact, when we were here last, let's get this right. So our little voyage went from New Winchester to Port Avon to High Brass and back again. That's all we did. 1, 2, 3. We had available a full hold worth of fuel and supplies. So we had fuel and supplies. Now, in order to make this up, I would have to buy 1 more fuel and 2 supplies, and I can't. I don't think. No. When we left... Yeah, 37 sovereigns. When we left, we had 57 sovereigns, 5 fuel, and 3 supplies. That one trip, we've lost 2 supplies is 40, and does it tell us how much money we've got? Where does it say? Where does it say there? Plus 20. We've lost 60 sovereigns just doing that one trip. And there's nothing to trade. So nobody buys anything for more or less, as far as I can work out. What a waste. You know, we can only do this game if we've got quests. There's nobody wanting to come on board to take a ride anywhere. So, yeah. Well, let's attend this grand premiere anyway. Madame Lumiere has wasted no time in organising her premiere. To express her gratitude, she has given you tickets. Madame Lumiere has reopened a theatre located beneath the arches of the Bishop Bridge. Prominent Tacites sit with London's sympathisers. They have formed a brief truce, united in their loathing of the cramped velvet seats. A light flares on the plaster wall. The whispered complaints hush. The film begins. The film is titled Concupiscence of the Verdance. Flickering images on painted lenses jerk across the wall. The camera luxuriates in the collapsing brown flesh of a fruited fungus. The flight of a sporing body. The sudden bursting of a violet fungal sac. The prolonged death spasms of a cameraman. There are gasps from the audience. I should say so. So, take in the detail, admire the wider picture, or close your eyes and enjoy it. Take in the detail. Lumiere has an exacting eye. Some of the shots are blemished, but what has been captured reveals much about the Reach's flora. The work is worth careful attention. The final sequence of the rotting fungal husks collapsing onto the settlement is exquisite. And yet you are the only one who remains behind to congratulate Lumiere. I wish more was so discerning, she smiles. Still, this was only a start. Please, meet me later. I may have a proposition for you. Now we're talking. So, what is this? Will we have more favour with Academy? Maybe. We now have 2 uncanny specimen. Is that something in our inventory? No, it's just a factor. Okay. Madame Lumiere has promised a meeting. She's currently occupying one of New Winchester's cafes. She's provided the table number. She rings for 2 cups of nectar-infused tea. I crave the stuff, she says, a smile creasing her face like a well-used cushion. I'm too old to be lugging cameras about anymore, waiting for the perfect shot. My own fault. I could have stayed in London, but I wanted to see the stars. She coughs into a yellow-stained handkerchief. Time to fund films rather than make them, I think. But that will require inspiration. I'm opening a production company. If you come across any unusual items in your travels, come find me in the Upper District. The coughing worsens. Please excuse me. She leaves you with directions and the bill. Madame Lumiere is opening a production company. She has a new shop in New Winchester for all manner of curiosities. Ah. So maybe we can sell things here. Yeah, Madame Lumiere has established herself a spacious garret over a vine bridge. When not upsetting her fellow citizens, she's on the lookout for curiosities captains might have acquired in their travels. Ah, so uncanny specimens, 25 each. Visions of heaven, otherworldly artifacts, moments of inspiration, and condemned experiments. Ah. Well, let's leave that for now. I don't know if I've got other places for uncanny specimens, but, no, I think we need the gold. Let's just sell those. Bang, bang. We need the money. Do we get things here? Oh, field sample, high brass plus. We're supposed to take that back to Leadbeater, aren't we? We'll do that. Anyway, that was good. We have now a way to get some more income, which is very, very welcome. Time to move on to the circus. We have a quest to go there and speak to the magician. Onwards! Bankrupt. Oh, we still haven't done the level up thing. We'll do that at the circus. We've got to do that. Scamp's Narrow, 57 experience. Always handy. Is this about right? Or a little bit more to the left. A little bit more that way. Okay. Oh, a tackety train thingy. Or just a train thingy in general. Where's that going? Oh, it's going inside. Right. Maybe later. Into the fog. Now the fog's going to disappear in a weird way. Yep. As expected. Avoid the massive beanstalk. No sign of any more monsters or bees or anything. There. Nearly there we go. Nearly there. Any moment now. A cluster of islands lie in the mists. Strings of bunting flutter optimistically between them. That sounds like the circus, alright. I think the entrance is pretty much in the middle. Here we go. Let me cruise in. Thank you. The inconceivable circus. So, we have a quest to ask the humiliated magician about Hybras. An abandoned magic show and a discarded playbill are all you've got to go on. The humiliated magician sighs as he inspects your playbill. That pair of rogues. It would be an That pair of rogues. It would be an insult to chicanery everywhere to call them charlatans. His shoulders sink. I would know. He stands and walks to a cabinet in the far corner of his caravan. He opens a small drawer and produces a slim, heart-shaped key. There's a locked suitcase in my old house on Port Prosper. It has a red door near the station. If you could fetch that for me, I should be able to help you. It has all my old paraphernalia. Okay, so an unpaid trip to Port Prosper. Thanks, great. On the trail of vanished colonists. The humiliated magician has requested you bring him a suitcase from his house at Port Prosper. Alright. Is there anything else we can do here? We'll write a port report as before. This doesn't seem a location of tactical importance. Even so, there may be an interest in the attendance figures. We've read this before. Was there a quest here, I think? We've seen this before. I thought we had a quest to help them out somehow. No? Well, let's attend the performance. What wonders await us this evening? Aside from our crew, the tent is practically deserted. We've seen this before. Yep. Okay. Pensive clown. No. Headstrong strong woman. No. Ringmaster? No. We have to. I think we have to finish our quest to help out the magician first. I think we have to get him his fixed magical boxes first. And for that we need chorister bees, whatever they are. Okay. So from here we're supposed to go... Well, back it up, boy. Back it up. We're not moving yet. From here we are supposed to go to Port Prosper. Okay. Well, we don't seem to have anything else better to do, I suppose. We don't have any other quests, really. We have a quest to get the wax to there, I guess. I also think there was something here, but I'm not entirely sure. Can I buy other supplies? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do Port Prosper next. Onwards! We'll do Port Prosper, then we'll do a little loop around to the garden place and then back to here, more or less. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Thank you. We're on target, more or less, a little bit to the south. Okay, that'll do. And we'll send the bat out on the way, just in case there's something else out there. It seems that ports are fairly easy to miss in this game. You could just sort of steam past them. There could be one right in the middle of the map here. And, you know, you wouldn't know. Yeah, I've griped a little bit before about this. Like, people should be able to tell you this kind of stuff. And it costs supplies to send the scout out, so it's not exactly... You can't just send it out all the time and find these things. You could be wandering right past a city every single day and not find it because you're not bothering to send the scout out because it costs too much supplies. Right, let's send it out about here. Anything? Ah! Yes, something. Something right there, you see? What on earth is this? And we'll stop it and get the port report at least, because that'll make us a few sovereigns, I suppose. green mist, that's all we know. The sky winds are calmer here. Lazy breezes prickled with pollen. Where are we? Oh, a little bit further south, okay. What is this? And do I crash into it? Nope. What? No, seriously, what is this? It's like a giant flower? Titania. Ah. I didn't press anything, by the way. As soon as I got here, it just went into this. Titania. Whispered throughout the reach to be a perfumed paradise for artists. Perhaps it could be, but currently it's little more than a few houses built around a plaza. And it seems that further development is stalled by their inability to agree on a unified aesthetic, judging at least by the shouts from Valentine Square. The debaters stand before the rhapsodic mayor, desperate to convince her to decide the question in their favour. She only listens, her dreamy smile widening with each line of argument. So we have an option, which is not an option, to approach the mayor. The debaters fall silent as the rhapsodic mayor raises her hand and waves you over. The mayor shakes your hand. Then, so does the pharaonic enthusiast. A precious pleasure. The formidable lacquerer, charmed, I'm sure, and the efflorescent dandy, welcome petal. The mayor clasps her hands and looks heavenward. I am troubled, beset by visions while sleeping and waking of how our little port may look. Their beauty captures me, paralyzes me, stuns me. They're all so wonderful, I simply cannot choose between them. She sighs, and then turns her eyes to you. But you're neutral, won't you help us? We can side with the pharaonic. Why did I think that was pharaonic? Pharaonic enthusiast, an Egyptian aesthetic. Truly a most timeless style. Mythology writ into grand designs, all blue and gold. Divinely inspired, the preferred choice of kings and queens. Argue on behalf of the formidable lacquerer, a Japanese aesthetic. Tranquil and melancholic, like the stillness of ancient ponds, bombastic and colourful, like a drunken revel under paper lanterns, always perfect to the finest detail. Or take up the efflorescent dandy's mantle, a vegetable aesthetic. What greater aesthetician is there than nature herself? She who drafted the architecture of flowers and painted the petals in all their vividness. Well, any of these could go anyway, really. Or let them decide for themselves. It does look very flower-like, to be honest. Although, when he says vegetable aesthetic, it kind of makes me think of cabbage or potato. Japanese aesthetic, yes. Pink petals, that's certainly an option. Any of those would work. Let's just go with the first one for now, the Egyptian aesthetic, the preferred choice of kings and queens. The enthusiast stokes her false beard in delight. The mayor claps. The others slink away, defeated. After the enthusiast excuses herself to gather her model pyramids, the mayor winks. If I had decided on one, I'd have risked the scorn of the other two. Our perfumed parliament has trouble getting along. Thank you. Onwards! So, we have arrived at the petal port, Titania. And I think we will explore Titania and do our experience stuff in the next episode. If you've liked the episode, please leave a like. I do appreciate it very much. And consider subscribing if you haven't already. Every like that you leave, every subscription, every minute that you watch and enjoy it is important to me and to you. I'm doing this for you. So please, let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like me to see, or if you have any tips for me or places for me to go. I'm Agathis, I am going offline, and I will see you next time.